A long, long time if ever, notice. Well, it's wonderful, and again, you know, Dunsfold and the Horse and Hunter, the two should be, and quite rightly are, synonymous. Of course, if you haven't had a chance to live into the tent behind the VIP area where Neville Duke's flying suit, his famous white bone dome, his medals and scrapbooks, so it's worth going in there and having a look. Indeed, and again, as we approach towards the finale of today's show, well, it's pretty much an hour and 15 minutes or so to go, but just remind you about that Plains TV DVD. It's all there for you, not only in Technicolor and more, but in digital Technicolor and also in 3D. And of course, you can also now go in there and register for the draw for the Go on the Wing with the Breitling team that the Breitlings have now given Plains TV. Wow. And of course, you can also go and throw money at the Vulcan people to try and help them with their problems. Sadly, we're here, but now the first of the hunters is rolling. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Team Viper first off. Team Viper are airborne to hold. Gentlemen, if you look to your right, you'll see a finger four formation coming past for a topside pass. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Team Viper. Look at this, lovely, 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 4 hunters. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Gerald Williams, as I say, a charming young man who is one of the team. He's not
leading the formation today. We have squad leader Dan Arlen. Dan, currently the Air Force now, and Boston Handling Squadron, formerly of Hawk Instructor and Cover 1 Squadron flying the S3 Tornado. Number 2 in the formation we have Andy Gillett, former Jaguar weapons instructor, now captain with a European airline. Number 4 was yesterday's number 3 is Andy Hills, ex-Harrier pilot and also a captain for a European airline. Number 3, bit of a guess at Dunsfold. We need another pilot, and we are very, very lucky and very honoured to have with us today, ladies and gentlemen, the STIG. What, the real STIG? Of course. Who is it? Who is it? Who knows?
Okay, there you are. Swarm formation, ladies and gentlemen. There is a mystery. I think it is a mystery man flying the 6. But then why not? There's no stigma to that, is there? Sorry.
So they're now moving to box formation. And ladies and gentlemen, now Team Viper moving from Swan very shortly to box formation. You see number 2 and number 3 move forward onto the lead. Number 4 moves slightly back as they come in round opposite us into the box.
You know, Stig's very good. You think he'd done that before?
He's the Stig.
I guess, of course, we won't even go for the combined age here, Gerald. I won't ask you to do that math. But they're all ex-military pilots. Except there is one in the team who is not an ex-military pilot and who's got it over 1,000 hours on jets, and that is
Myself.
a very modest fellow.
And between the team we have a lot of experienced all military pilots. And at the moment, adding up in my head, there's over 50,000 flying hours between the 4 of them. One of them, in fact, has over 2 years. That's 2 years airborne, flying next week, I believe.
That's quite something.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the oblique loop. So Gerald, coming around the corner now, what can we expect?
They're going to be coming around the corner now again. All the aircraft, we've got 2 flap on them so we can keep the RPM up. Coming around here just around about 300 knots, keeping it nice and tight to the crowd. That sound doesn't get any better, does it? Team now manoeuvring out in the 45. They'll make a right turn. They'll then head back in from the right, slightly widen, pull the flap up and accelerate, or as the leader likes to call it, getting some smash on. We will accelerate to 420 knots, which in real money is close to 500 mile an hour. And the guide will make a call from, will take a call from the leader, Daniel Arlett, and it will be one simultaneous aileron roll.
You had problems saying that yesterday. Is the beer good in Wales?
It's better at Dunsfold.
Correct. That would be the Spitfire then. Simultaneous.
They will all roll together.
That was better.
Here they come now. They will be accelerating now hard towards 420 knots. Still down relatively low. You'll just watch them widen slightly just to give them a little bit of comfort. Rolling out now, running in from the right.
Well, middle-aged men are all about comfort.
Stand by, widening. Better than that.
Had a great noise too, the lovely whine of the hunters that came through.
There we go, the team now going into what we call alternate swan. Yesterday's pair will remain the synchro pair, so we've had to move number 3, the STIG, into line astern of the leader. So this is our alternate swan. They'll now come running in from the B-axis in towards the crowd. Viper 1 will pitch up, and he will do a Canadian brake to the right. The jet behind him will then do a Canadian brake to the left, and the 2 at the rear will then do a crossing brake and go into carousel. Slowing down now from their 400 odd knots down to roughly 300. Putting 2 stages of flat back on to give them a little better turning circle. During this display, each jet will go through roughly 1,000 to 1,200 litres of fuel, which if you want to put in your car is going to cost you something, believe me. So they're not exactly economical, but they are great fun to fly.
So you have a lot of green shield stamps.
And there goes Dan Arlett, Canadian brake, followed closely then by the STIG. Calling eyeball, getting visual with each other, confirming they have it, and here they go. Back in for another break with a roll. Both synchro pair now looking hard for each other, pulling out 5G to get onto the display line, accelerating hard. You watch them cross, pitch up, and roll. And out they go behind the front. Now, if you look to your left, pulling up for a very, what we call a mini barrel roll, we are restricted again by height. And that is a T7 aircraft and a G811 aircraft from the Royal Navy. Well done, guys. Very, very nice. Coming in
The 73 Squadron Mark T7 is coming back in now for the pass. Camera's ready.
working hard again, Andy, probably pulling 5 Gs to accelerate in the aircraft to the region of over 400, 450 knots. With a Canadian brake out to land.
Snuck around the corner.
Always a nice surprise to have.
It is always a nice surprise. So look over to your right, ladies and gentlemen.
Andy Hill knocking in a following the 3 ahead.
Good luck fixing your aeroplane as well, mate.
Team Viper, recovering. Quite fun, as I say, to watch these landings. A little bit different to the Hawk. A bit of a crash and dash here. It's much more a flare there. You see, little kiss from the tyres. Smoke. Actually, Gerald's still here. I'm going to ask him. There's a chute coming out. How many landings do you get out of a pair of tyres, Gerald?
Tyres aren't really an issue, it's the brakes, so we tend to use chutes when we can because obviously that is much better. However, the 2 single-seat small aircraft here, they don't have chutes, they tend to go through brakes a lot more. You can nurse tyres and probably get 20, 25 landings out of them if you're lucky.
20 or 25 landings as opposed to 2,000 or 3,000 out of a light aircraft. Well, there you go. That just about puts it in perspective. Excellent.
Of course, we've forgotten to mention it's the 60th anniversary of the Hawk Hunter.
Fully recovered.
The 60th anniversary.
So shall I, hopefully, before the next item. There he is. Kiss. Oh, that was nice. Right wheel first, left wheel second.
A great display. At Melbourne we go from the sublime to the equally sublime, because absolutely we have the Tiger Club turbulent team.